What's up, guys? Welcome back to Pro Gamer Manager. This is episode 8 of the MOBA Manager mode, and in the last episode, we continued to play through eSports League 4. Things have not gone the best. We were aiming to try and get to a 7-7. We did not manage to do it, though, and we are sitting at a current 4-8 record. Potentially could get a 6-8. That's the best case scenario at this point, is we can win out the rest of the season and look to get a 6-8 record. For the time being, we're not going to be playing another US Open until we can get the team to the position that I kind of like them to be at. At the moment, their overall play has not been to the standards that I think I hold them to, and that is the biggest issue for me at this point, is the way that our guys have played is not what I was hoping for, right? We did so good in eSports League 5. We crushed it that season. We absolutely demolished everyone we went up against. And then now we're in a very kind of awkward situation, I think would be the best way to put it, right? It's a little bit of an awkward spot where we are not able to quite accomplish what we'd like to accomplish. More so in the vein of we're not able to, we're not winning the matches we should be, right? The ones against Dangerous Force, and I can't remember the other team's name. But those two teams that are above 100 overall skill levels, those losses are understandable, right? We're an underdog going into it when it comes to the overall skill, and overall skill is very big, right? In this game, when they started making the later patches, right, the patch that kind of balanced the game, now they made the actual, what your overall skill means, it means more, right? So if you are a higher skill level, likelihood is you are going to be a better team. But at the same time, that does not mean it's a free win. We have seen that so far when we've lost to teams that we outrank when it comes to their skill level, and they still find a way to beat us. Now, that right there proves that the team just isn't where we'd want it to be. Any team could win this, even though Rival Gaming are the better team. We're taking on Tall Wolves. This is the last game, the last match of the season. We'll have to wait and see. I think we're on the cusp of getting a demotion. If we can win this one, I think we save ourselves from getting a demotion and we stay in the current league. But if we lose it, we're still on that kind of that borderline right there, where there's a potential to fall down and end up having to re-go through eSports League 5 again, which, may not be the worst idea, since it'll give us more time to win games against teams that, in our opinion, we are going to be way, not just our opinion, but overall, we are going to be far superior to, which then will help with gaining skill points, which is kind of the big thing that we're missing right now. The big component is we're missing those skill points that we can then add into, that we can then make our team better, so that we can win the games that we're supposed to be winning. Because at the moment, we're not competing. We're losing, and we're getting beat by teams that are much worse than us, right? We started this game off very slow, very flat-footed, and we almost looked like we could have fallen off, but mid-game came around, we cleaned it up, 52 to 23k, getting even higher for us at this point. It's pretty much over. We got Hawkeye at 30 and 13. That's pretty crazy right there. Sometimes the KDs don't quite make sense in this, in my opinion, because 33 kills is a lot of kills. Like, that's like you didn't stop trying to kill each other the entire game. But we are going to be getting the awards. Haruki from Dangerous Force got Best Player. Aridin, the manager for Dangerous Force, got Best Manager. Dangerous Force obviously took first. Vigor Elite took second. And then Lobster's Ponage took third place. So if we go ahead and go here, we can take a look at the standings, and we finished, what is this, 6th place? 6th place, yeah, 6, I can count. 6th place at 6-8. Tall Wolves did get demoted at a 5-9 record, so it was pretty close when it comes to everybody's standings towards the end, as we got a couple of points here that we can just add in to hopefully get everyone to the place that we'd like them to be. Obviously, we're kind of building Pure in a very balanced way at the moment, which, you know, you could say it's not the best because it means that his overall in-game skill is probably one of the more lacking when it comes to the rest of the team. So it looks like decided to kick their key player. Tamanga, rumor is that another team is negotiating with him. He will not be available in free agents list. Does it say he won't or he will? Oh, he will now. Okay. So, but at the moment, we do have a little bit of income coming in, but I don't think we're in a situation where we really need to pick up a really, like, high-level player. Like, if we take a look at, like, the scouting, like, there isn't anybody who's, like, super high at the moment. Like, maybe this guy, the mid laner, but Hawkeye is one of our better players when it comes to his performance. Like, he had a tough one against Committee Pros, but look at Tall Wolves, Tawdry Angels, you know, him and Cuddlebear is by far our best player, right? He's getting 3-star performances almost every time. You know, Caboose, someone who a little bit more lackluster, Foxer, a very even guy, and Pure, a very even guy. So I'd say Caboose is probably our weakest link when it comes to the actual performance in every single match. But we got to demote. What? So apparently we did get demoted? Question mark? What? So apparently we got demoted. I don't know why that is, but we're in eSports League 5 again, which isn't the worst that could have happened. Like, this guy's got two guys on his team that have 5 overalls, right? So I'm expecting a first place kind of like walkover in this league now, which we're talking about 44 overalls to 92. Caboose and Rival Gaming should win this one for his team. You can only hope so. Hopefully he can have a strong performance for the team and help lead us to where we want to go. Obviously, I think that every player on this team is plenty capable of winning for us, but you know, you got to take it one step at a time and just go from there. And at the moment, we're kind of wiping the floor with them when it comes to the gold. Is just the game has completely gone in our favor. We got Cuddlebear going 13-1 at the moment, Foxer 11-2, Pure 13-2. These are very strong performances out of those 3 players in this one. They're definitely showing off for the team and proving that this team has what it takes to go kind of like that extra mile, and they're showing that we deserve to be back in eSports League 4, right? We may have had a tough season when it comes to eSports League 4, but we didn't go like 0-14 or 1-13. We went 6-8, right? So it was like we're on that like line, that edge right there between a 500 season at 7-7. So we're kind of just proving it right now. 34K to 6K. This is going to be a beatdown right now. This is going to be very similar to the way that matches were if you've watched the FPS manager mode towards the end of that, right? Even in the Pro League, we were just going to town against teams. Teams were not even on like the same level as us in those matches. I'd like to see what 80 for the Team Cup. So that is a good idea to help raise morale, you know, those kinds of things. They're important. They help us out. It might be a good idea to maybe even talk to the players and maybe even the press, because we're pretty sure that going into these matches we are going to crush the other team, right? And worst comes to worst, we just we're not likely going to lose, right? Our players are far and above are just a lot better than the other team's players when it comes to their skill level. Every single one of our guys is much better than every single one of the players on the opponent's team, and if we lose, that's pretty crazy to think about, right? This one is a little bit closer. This is probably one of the better teams in the league, I'm assuming, just because of how close they've kept it and how what their gold count is at, right? Last team was at like 6K gold, right? That is not what this guy's. This team's at 22K. That means this team obviously has what it takes to keep up with us when it comes to playing the matches, and they have what it takes to kind of keep up with skill. But you got Pure. He is going crazy right now, 22 and 13. You know, I'd like to see him maybe at like less deaths, obviously, but you know, 25 and 15. I'll take it. You know, Foxer dropping off a little bit, but he's not losing too bad at the moment. You know, Pure and Kaboosh is really stepping it up in the last couple of matches. This one and the last one, stepping it up and kind of proving to us and saying, you know what, I do deserve to be on this roster. You know, don't count me out yet. You know, I've had a couple bad games, but don't worry about it. That's not going to be me as a trend. I'm going to really make something happen here. And you know, he has kind of proved it to us. This is the big one we want to go for, is the B team. You know, I think is it worth getting a second team yet? I don't know. You know, you may say no, it's probably not best to get another team yet because the team we have right now isn't, like, you know, doing super well when it comes to leagues. They're still in eSports League 5, so they're not, like, doing head over heels better than everyone else. But, you know, adding another team into the organization may not be a bad idea either, just because that's another kind of team that can help, you know, with the brand. You know, it's exposure. We're trying to get more people seeing our name, right? And whether English, right? Whether we are playing at a premier level or playing at a lower level, either way, we're getting a name out there. But we don't want to just throw our our brand on everything, right? Because that's not we're not that kind of organization, right? We don't want to just throw the brand on anything and everything that we see. We want to be able to go, all right, let's look at these couple of things. All right, this team seems like a cool group. Let's do some research on them. All right, they seem like they got a good head on their shoulders. Now let's throw the brand on them, right? So, you know, eventually it'll be a good idea to get that B team together. But for the moment, probably not the best, since you know, maybe once our team gets in like eSports League 3 or eSports League 2, that's a point where we can get that you know, B team that can start playing. And I think the B team starts in like eSports League 7 or something. So, you know, if we can do that, you know, bam, maybe that B team can get in 7. They can start working their way up, and before you know it, maybe we'll have you know, both of our teams in the pro league before you know it. You know, we're just monopolizing the market when it comes to the MOBA, you know, lifestyle. Pure has just played crazy in the last 3 matches. He has played so well, you know, all around. You know, he's just playing all around good FOBA. It's funny because it's not a real name. It's like MOBA but with an F, and that's the name of the game. All right. So no one thought it was funny. That's okay. That's all right. That's all right. No one needs to think it's funny. So we got our scout report. I just attended the one-on-one skill bites event to scout free agents. You can play at a very high level. You should recruit. All right. Well, see, this is where we can see our B team information. But what I wanted to look at was the contracts. So everybody's pretty good. The most recent is Cuddle, who ends in 27 days. So we'll have to look out for that. We played 31 games. That's not too bad. You know, it's just been a pretty good thing. Who are you? We just have random people showing up now. This guy isn't even hanging out with a player. He's just playing on one of our games. I really hope we're like charging an admission fee or something, because we just got squatters here just hanging out on our house. No, I'm trying to work in here, right? I'm trying to get some work done. That's not okay, all right? I gotta get work done. But that's going to do it for the episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you have a comment, question, or concern, leave it in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next episode.